Count and Ert versus Mista and Spoef right here. Greening up right now. So here we go. Anatolia is the map. I love this map actually, and it's a good team, good map for
And yeah,
Team
absolutely.
MPT.
This map is great. Everybody's favorite map, I'm sure. Now, here at the bottom corner here, we got Gaia in blue as the Mista. And on the left side, we have Spoeft. He's playing Hades in red. And at the top of the map here, we got Count, the most famous player of them all. He is playing Isis. Next to him, his teammate is Mr. Ert.
Yeah.
Great.
So Count
playing Raw.
really good. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's playing Raw. Now, of course, we see Gaia, which gets the cheaper fishing boats. It's quite nice. They get 5 off each boat. And they got the Gaia trees, in which you chop faster. And we got some hunt that's both found. He's on boars, while some of the other players here are on berries, such as Count. He does have a boar there. I'm not sure why he hasn't gone on hunt at this point. As for Ert, he's decided to go on sheep.
Alright, so yeah. Like you've been saying, Count, very good ISIS player. Ert as Raw as his main as well, and this is a very good map for both of those players. So, and I would not expect them to do poorly here. What kind of strategy can we see from Hades, the Spoef player, against the ISIS on this side of the map?
Well, you know what? Hades on Anatolia versus Isis, pretty tricky. Hades has a good mythic with the chimeras.
He does have 10 goats and bringing in 3 more, so 13 goats. Wow.
Wow, yeah, that is definitely impressive. More than you would get on any other map. Oasis, you get an average on 10. But yeah, he's definitely lucky to be getting that many goats. That's unusual. Now, Hades versus Isis, a bit of a tricky matchup now. I was thinking Hades does have the stronger archers, and of course they got a strong mythic with the chimeras. Gastafrides and chimeras, so he could definitely pull that off. But he needs to be careful to see if Count goes A&E in his base. So he needs some heroes, he needs to protect himself well, and perhaps even use Sentinels on his main town center.
Sentinels are a nice god power to give you some breathing room.
Yeah, well, they have a low accuracy, and they're considered one of the worst Archic Age god powers. However, it's really not that bad and can be used. Of course, we see here Mista just gave Gaia trees to Boeft here as a second batch. Now, as I was saying, Sentinels are good. However, they have a low accuracy, and they do pretty good damage, but only for slow-moving units. And of course, they do have quite a bit of hit points, so that can help as well versus A&E if he decides to do so.
The Mista aging up 20% through Oceanus.
Yeah, now for 2 versus 2 on Anatolia, it's very clear. Each player will go for their side of the water versus the opponent on one side, which makes Egyptian superior, because you can't take Egyptian off water on this map. You just simply can't. You build like 10 docks, 50 gold apiece, you've really got it made for you. Now on the other side, looking at the Mista as Gaia versus Ert as Raw, that's going to be very tough for the Mista. I don't know if he can deal with it. I've seen the Mista play Gaia in the past. He's pretty good. He's a good, well-rounded player. But I don't think he'll be able to deal with Ert's Raw, because Ert's playing mainly Raw for the past few years.
He does make this Oracle hero here, expending a lot of resources, but keeping this dock down, I don't think it's worth it. Art has these 3 docks, this one going up here, and these already up. The fishing ship just finishing off that one. I don't think it was worth it to make this hero Oracle. But he has to do what he has to do. He has to try to fight water, and I think he has to try to win water here.
I'm just trying to see where Bove's third town center is. Perhaps it's in that little black spot there that he hasn't scouted yet. That's a bit odd.
Yeah, I think it is.
Probably is too.
It could be a little bit forward
his
here.
Third town center is indeed near the closer black spot, although it looks like a cliff, so I don't think it is. But the other black spot by the gold mine, I wouldn't think 3 town center boom is viable at all. That's really, really forward.
Now Urt trying to do some harass here on these villagers. He did go through Ta, so he's trying to shift a few villagers here. His Pharaoh's forced to back up. Now Mista made this citizen hero. That's very interesting. That's a 225 food and 25 wood.
He made a citizen hero.
And he loses it. He loses it just where did it go? Where did he get that shifted? Where did I miss that? Where did it go?
Which,
oh, he saved it. He put it in his manor.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even use shifting sands. Wow,
Yeah,
I'm a noob.
Undeposited him. So we get a water battle going on now. Mista and Urt, of course. The Mista gets the regular price primes. This guy only gets cheaper fishing boats. Now it's very hard to deal with Egyptian here because they get the shooting docks.
Yeah, the shooting docks.
So many
He
docks.
does have the plant here though in the water. Takes down that dock, but all these docks here, they're just producing too many ships for the Mista to deal with here.
I'm not a huge fan of pushing like this just because of the shooting docks. Of course, Urt doesn't have many docks either. He's only got one forward one. Should definitely build more.
On the other side, restoration. I did miss the restoration. It was used on the ships here to try to win water over on this side.
Bond count going prosperity here. Does have quite a few villagers on that mine. And he's got pickaxe. Now we see Spof's age up myth unit and his hero attacking the dock there. He will lose that hero to boats.
Yep, and the myth unit as well if he's not careful, but he does bring it back. See, this is what we're talking about here. The docks are just so hard to kill, but people know that, so.
Yeah, they should definitely be aware that these docks are very hard to knock out. They're only 50 gold apiece. They're shooting docks, and so you should essentially tend to buy time from your opponent until you just kind of boom yourself, get age 3 as well.
In the Wadja here, just denying this hero citizen off the town center, but the Wadja really doesn't do anything. If the Mista notices and attacks it, just doing some micro here to try to trap the Wadja here. The hero citizen can actually kill this Wadja fairly easily, but it's just a lot of idle time here, and a shifting sands goes down on villagers. He's gonna steal his back town center of the Mista, and he's gonna be able to kill this villager as well. He is building this town center here.
Yeah, pretty interesting strategy. Although I hope Urt doesn't lose his water, because if he loses his water and doesn't have fishing boats, it's going to be hard to sustain that forward base that he's got. Especially since he spent shifting sands to get it?
I would like, and yep, just as I was about to say, I would like some land units for the Mist to help take down those docks, and he does build a barracks here. He's going to make a few more millo, help assist in taking down these docks, or possibly deal with this back build here. The tower is in range of this this military barracks, though. That's pretty funny. That's a long ways. On the other side of the map, we do see that Spoth is pushing hard on the ISIS player on the water. But the ISIS player dealing with a few wolves here in the middle of the map, so getting this town center. As he ages up through Nephthes, he does have a Sphinx in the base, so he could use Ancestor's Eclipse here. As Sentinels goes down, Spoth recognizes that. And he,
it is now. Okay, so he's building Chiron as well to help deal with that A&E. And where's his Ajax hero?
he is building Chiron.
And his Ajax hero, does he have Ajax hero?
I think it died earlier. I'm not sure if he has it up. Yeah, he does have it up by the docks with the myth unit here.
And where is he taking his myth units? That's weird.
The Ancestors. It just looks like a waste of Ancestors Eclipse there. Didn't do any damage at all.
He decided to run them towards the sea instead.
Yeah, it was
Might have been a micromanagement there.
Yeah, I think so. The Ancestors Eclipse basically doing nothing here as the Mystic goes heroic through Thea.
Wow, definitely not the best micro.
The Mystic having a citizen up here, I think he's going to be able to take this town center here. The Mist is still having a lot of boats on water. You just cannot kill those docks, though. They're just so hard to kill with arrow ships. He is heroic now, though, so he does see a market. He's going to get that trade pumping. Maybe even mythic here. Yep, and he is 10% Hecate already.
At this point for Set, it's all downhill. Set, or
neither.
Sorry, not the Set player, for the Raw player, it's all downhill. At this point, he needs to go Titan. He needs to have a good, strong, defensible position. Perhaps even Titan Wonder, which is quite popular on this map as well.
Yeah.
Now looking at the third town center for the Hades player, that is quite. That's a nice back town center actually. So the red player does look like he has 3 back ones, while Mista has 2 back ones and 1 forward. Of course, we got Count making the push here.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, this map comes down to gold. There's options in a team game if you have 2 gold mine Anatolia in a team game to go fast heroic and get your trade going, so you don't have to rely so much on the middle. But as we see Count throwing up the Migdal here to secure this gold mine in this location, but the middle is such an important because that's where the gold mines are, and gold is the most important resource in this game. As we do see a 1320 mythic by Mista, or going through Sekhmet.
Yeah, Spoth really needs to find out a plan to deal with this here.
The Scarab here gonna be able to, with the villagers in combination, it's just gonna be able to kill this Tartarian gate pretty quickly here. Mason is not researched for the Mista. This Tartarian gate is just hoping to kill a few vills here, but it goes down so quickly because the Scarab is so good. Urt has 2 priests here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Citadel. A Migdal Stronghold going up here too. I won't be surprised if we see a Citadel on this town center back here. if he can secure this location enough so...
And here we have Count coming down to help out his buddy Ert.
Yeah, it's a good double team here. And he just sees that the Hades player is trying to come over to this location to mine gold. He has this one secured by the Migdal. He knows that the Hades player isn't heroic. He doesn't have trade. He doesn't have a gold mine to mine from besides his back one. So he's just thinking ahead as we do see heroic right now.
For Mista, with this much food that he has.
The Mista just losing so many vills right here. So many vills on this town center, trying to do it all in on this town center. He's just gonna lose all these vills if he's not careful. And he will get the town center up.
He's got it. He only lost one villager there.
Yeah, the cursed god power. The cursed god power saved them quite a bit.
Yeah, it was a close call though. Now, there's some decent relics on this map. Not sure why they haven't been picked up. They tend to be ignored. But,
see, the
problem.
Relics are
really nice.
The problem here is that has this town center, and through that town center, he has his middle location, securing it with the Migdal. So the trade is pretty much a non-factor. You cannot trade here. If you can't get a gold mine, you're just going to lose the game. Has this, or Count by Count has this location secured, this location secured. There's no gold mine that, and now the mist is mining way up here as we do see the flare, and his villagers are going to get picked off by Ert's villagers here. He's going to cause a lot of idle time. There's no, this army's coming in here to try and secure it, but this is pretty much the only open gold mine here. If Ert can secure this location here, it's not looking good for the Mista and Spoft here.
Yeah, Mista is definitely going to have to get some gold sooner or later. Because if he doesn't capture that gold mine, it's going to be a huge problem for him. He's going to have to go to the other side of the map.
He does have this town center, but it is undefended. He has no army there. If all that Ert needs to do, or Count on Count needs to do, is make a few siege towers, and this town center is done. As we do see the palace being thrown up at this gold mine to try to secure it.
Yeah, Ert definitely got...
And we see this back build here, the Mist is taking this town center. Unfortunately, I didn't even see that till now.
Not the best play by Mista or Ert. Number one, Mista doesn't even have any fishing upgrades until now. Or sorry, yeah, he does. He does, but what I was saying is it's not the best play by Ert because he lost the water. He lost the water unnecessarily. He didn't need to lose the water as raw. He could have just went, you know, 5-6 docks and done a semi-fast fortress to go into siege boats. That definitely works. As we can tell here, Ert is now finally going for his markets and his trade now.
Yeah, this is interesting here. It's sort of like a base trade scenario going on.
But again, Ert has a huge amount of villagers at the bottom of the map, and if he does indeed take out the Mista's base, that's going to cost him big time.
Yeah, he's going to use these villagers actually to take out the town center, and the Mista has all his eco down here basically,
and his trade is going to be cut off. And here we have Ert there asking in the chat for some gold. Because clearly he doesn't have any. There's nowhere that he can get it.
He is getting from trade. Or no, he doesn't even.
He doesn't have a trade.
Yeah, he does have a few camels here. But we see Mista's back base here. All his citizens are just being being killed off. There's a very interesting scenario that's going on here, and I think that the Mista suffers more from it.
Yeah, if the Mista doesn't put his act together, he's going to lose it quite quickly here.
Yeah, the difference is here that the player,
so that way he can have a steady trade going on.
yeah, he doesn't have the trade. It's very key. And he's if he loses this back, which he already has, he's just gonna get sandwiched, basically, unless the Hades player can come together.
He's going to have to trade with himself, which is not ideal at all.
Yep. Which
he is already trading with himself. And I think that might cost him the game versus Count. Since Count.
Yeah, it's a very interesting scenario here. Missed it trying to wall off the trade. Successfully, actually. And I don't know what the Mist is going to do. He lost everything back here. Art, unfortunately, not be able to take this town center yet. He does have the one villager here because of the Lush, the Guy Lush. But Urch is coming in now with this whole army and just going to be able to sandwich the Mista here. Unfortunately, Count's trade is getting rerouted past this location. Now, this is interesting. Is trading actually with his main town center by. It looks like. Actually, I don't even know what's going on. I know this wall here is blocking the trade, as we do see the villas come in here to take down the wall. Count through Thoth. Well, like I said, the Mist is going to get sandwiched here. He does have enough units here to... this is very interesting. As Meteor goes down on this location, gonna try to take out the Mist's town center, and it takes one meteor hit, takes out that town center and that palace. Wow, that was pretty cool. As the pigs go flying, the Mista just immediately taking this town center back here. He has his army back here to try to secure this location, try to take down this town center. And the Art's just going to lose all these villagers. He should have just ran them back here. He didn't need to waste them at the town center there. And the Urt just wanting to give up.
I still believe Urt can keep on going. I mean, he does have a fortified citadel. And Mista can come nowhere near that. So, it's very hard for Urt to get any gold. That's the problem here. He's only got a small trade route going. Maybe 5 trade carts.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think Urt should keep playing this game.
Yeah.
It's both resigns. Wow.
Now losing his main TC, and there it is. They called it GG.
Wow, Spoff resigns. Urt was about to resign.
Wow, that's quite interesting.
I'm impressed. I don't think the Mista wants to give up. I think the Mista was in a situation where he played very oddly, but he's taken the town centers. I think he wants to win this game by himself. He just says, "Screw you, both. Why you resign? I'm gonna win this game."
Wow. Why did Spoft resign? I can't figure that out.
I don't know. Maybe something was going on in the chat that we weren't able to see.
I guess he probably had to go.
Maybe he had to
And
go,
they
but
didn't want to figure that out. Yeah, there was only one gold mine there in the forward. That's crazy. It was definitely a bad map for Mista's and Ert's side, since they only had one gold mine that they're fighting over. However, good games.
yeah, it was a great. I was pretty excited about this game. Like, this was something atypical, something cool, kind of like a base trade scenario where the Mystic was still, I thought in a horrible position, but he was able to come over and do pretty well out of it. I don't know. It's stuff like this you don't see very often. It's exciting, and like it's like makes you think like people can actually do these strategies that aren't like typical, and I don't know. It was a pretty cool game. I liked it.
Yeah, sure, he resigned because of no gold and no trade, but every player on that map had no gold and no trade. The
Well,
Mista
count
also.
besides the Count von Count had
Well,
all
Count
these
had
gold
all
mines
the
in the
gold
middle
that
of
he
the
needed,
map here.
sure.
All of these gold mines in the middle of the map, and he
But
had some good
Mista,
trade going on.
he was having an incredibly hard time getting any gold,
Yeah, the
and
Mista had
so
pretty
did
much
Ert.
no gold mine on his side of the map.
And I'd be interested to knowing if Count was feeding Ert gold, because
I can
Ert
check
just
that.
really had
I can check that right now.
no gold at all.
Resources attributed. Count von Count attributed 2,000 gold to Ert. Or not gold. I don't know what resource.
Resources,
Probably
yeah,
gold.
most likely gold.
But awesome game. It was fun to watch. It's cool stuff.